Measles schmeasles. Short one today, folks. A couple of clips I came across in the last few days, and I think they make a point most excellently. So first is a clip from the, I guess, 60s or 70s mainstream comedy show, and it shows how measles was being perceived, how I perceived it when I was younger, my parents, and pretty much everyone I know, and then we'll watch a clip where it's perceived very differently.
What are you doing home from school?
They sent me home. Measles.
It's either measles or a strange case of red freckles.
You have got a temperature. They told me 101.1. What's the record?
Never mind.
Oh, are you sure it's the measles?
Well, he's certainly got all the symptoms. A slight temperature, a lot of dots, and a great big smile.
A great big smile.
No school for a few days.
Say hello to my dotted son for me. Tell him I'll bring him some comic books and I'll see you later, dear.
Okay, honey, bye.
Boy, this is the life, isn't it?
Yeah. If you have to get sick, sure can't beat the measles.
That's right. No medicine.
Inside or out, like shots at me.
Don't even mention shots. Yeah.
So there you are. That's kind of measles in a nutshell. And, of course, there were rare cases in the 60s, 70s where there were significant complications. But in terms of a population fatality rate, etc., vanishingly small. Because measles at the turn of the century was a major issue, but then sanitation, cleanliness, nutrition, and myriad other changes in the world just made it a background disease, pretty much like chickenpox, etc., largely speaking. But now we look at a clip from a breathy drama, and look how they depict measles, right? Did they think we're idiots? Well, maybe so. But I guess Big Pharma funded this, or some other sinister elements. But just have a look.
Dad says I should go to school.
7 students confirmed with measles, 4 others possible.
How? They had to have been vaccinated. These moms never vaccinated their kids and lied about it.
Vaccines are fun. You are endangering the health of every child in this city. Blue. No, it's turning blue. Call 911.
All new SVU next Wednesday at 9 Central.
Crazy stuff, eh? They want to make idiots out of us all to fill us full of their magic sauce medications. But I'm guessing it's not going to happen. But there is a big push on the old measles front at the moment. I'm sure you've seen many articles and scaremongering, so it's one to watch for sure. Let's just take a quick look now at the actual data, which you know I'm fond of doing. So here's the actual trajectory of measles death rate in the US 1900 onwards. And as we can see, back in the 1900s, 1910s, 20s, yada yada, it was a significant death rate. I mean, still only a few per 100k or a couple of tens per million. But you know, it's still significant. But look how it fell. Collapsed with sanitation, nutrition, probably vitamin A, other things. And it fell right down to almost zero. And remember, this is down to 1 in a million, or that region, right, by 1950, 1960. And around here, the magic sauce was brought in. And the trajectory kind of continued, but it was already 1 in several million, actually, kind of levels. I mean, really. Now, it will be argued, of course, that, yeah, but the incidence rate and the number of infections dropped more substantially with the magic sauce. Yeah, but the problem is that's subjective. So as we saw in COVID flu, people measure the incidence rate. And if you bring in a magic sauce and you expect that the incidence rate will go right down, well, depending on your testing, it may appear to go right down. So this is a completely unknown thing, so it can't be quoted. So there you have it. The magic sauce, engineering style, can't see it. Can't really see the effect at all. It's just a fact. Now, more importantly, if in doubt, zoom out. So let's look at a whole bunch of these diseases, communicable diseases from way back in the day. So basically, they were quite significant, 80 to 100 even deaths per 100,000, which is, 0.1% or so. But they all fell down and collapsed, as we showed in the last graph. And here's where we bring in, actually only out here, we bring in the magic sauces for measles and DTP, whatever. But as you can see, on a fair scale, it's already hit essentially almost the 0 point. Now, scarlet fever is crucial in this graph. So it's the red line, and it was really bad. I remember my friend's mother was terrified when he got it, but she didn't have to be because it was a problem of long before. But scarlet fever got no magic sauce. So what happened it? Well, it also collapsed. and it had the same trajectory after the magic sauce was brought in for the other ones. So you don't need to be an engineer to know, to triangulate between this fact with no magic sauce and these with the magic sauce, that we actually can't even measure an effect hardly. And we're already at levels of mortality that were on the floor. So I don't want to over-egg this pudding, but guys, critical thinking, basic math, you don't need to be a scientist or an engineer to see that we've kind of been scammed and are being scammed right now with the propaganda at a colossal scale. And that's not my opinion, that's obvious in the data. Surely, even to a child. But there we go. It's a propaganda-ridden, crazy world. Just don't get taken in by it, and maybe share this and let people know the actual truth and the reality. And this is all referenced as well, of course. So do share, comment below, and just have a discussion on what the hell is going on.
That'll do it, folks. As always, thanks so much to my Patreon and PayPal supporters. I'm working all the time to get out accurate, factual, reality-based kind of data, science and observations to counter the massive fire hose torrent of misinformation and disinformation from, sadly, the legacy media, which are bought and paid for at this stage and quite comical, as you've got an idea from these clips I've shown. So Patreon, PayPal really helps when I get support from people. Consider maybe giving a small donation or joining up with my Patreon, where I give vlogs every few weeks, and also for the higher level patrons I do Zoom meetings monthly to go through everything that's happening in the world, live Q&A sessions. So always there to serve the people, and together I think we'll win against these nefarious forces. I have every belief in that.